Greetings! Welcome back to Amnesia the Bunker, episode 5. And so in the last episode we formulated a cunning plan on how we are going to get more fuel from kitchen and then open up the communications room. So we know there's meat in the kitchen we can use on the rats in Barracks A, and there's also fuel in there we can bring back. We're going to hold a can back in reserve, just because we might want to mix that with an empty bottle and make and also if we get cloth, which we've already got, we can make a Molotov. The only thing is you might need a lighter for it. But we're going to use these two cans in here. Also, apologies if I make like nasty throat voices, but I've got a bit of a bad throat at the moment, I think. Seems like I've got a bit of the old hay fever. So this time I think I'll save before we head out. And then we'll turn the generator on. Also, let's not forget to start the rots, that's going to be helpful. I guess because maybe it's because the fuel in the generator is the same as what we put in originally, so it's just sort of stayed in the same place. That would just skip the animation. So don't think we've got a reason to have that open, because we're not going anywhere near that area. We did have a bit of a close encounter with the beast though. I think it very nearly spotted us as we were leaving Barracks B, because it came out in that corridor. I also don't think I heard the barrel explode. So I think because we blocked the hole, I assume it will just break whatever you put in front of it. Yeah, it came out of this hole here. I don't think you pull the bolt out on that. I think you have to get something to open it. Oh, the monster's near. The lights are flashing. Wasn't there another... Oh, there's more meat. I thought there was another fuel can unless we picked it up. Oh no, it's in this cupboard. Oh yeah, that's not blown up yet, so it hasn't come through. Sorry. So we've got health, we don't need that yet. So we've updated the map as well. More fuel. There's another brick. So what we might do, not from this side, the other side. We'll take this. The rats are going to go. label. Okay, they've finished eating, they're gonna go back. Time, we should be doing fine, unless the timer has just messed up. Okay, so you didn't have the key. But this should be... There it is. So we didn't actually need to get that body in, just like I thought. It is blank. Let's read that note. Faber is gone instantly. Faber is gone. Insanity, chaos. We were in the mess and it burst from the shadows right behind Boisrond. But Faber was there, ready, practically threw himself in front of the thing, and he shot it, hit it dead on. The thing retreated. We thought for sure it was dead, but then, not 10 minutes later, it came back for him. I heard him screaming, being pulled into the wall, praying for salvation. And now I hear it moving again, getting closer. Have to move on, or we'll all suffer his fate. The officers abandoned us. They ran from the beast and blew the exit closed behind them, even Joubert. They called us cowards and traitors and worse, hypocrites. Now they've doomed us. Whatever hell we suffer now, it is on them. God will punish them for what they have done. I see more fuel under. To Faber, I was there when they pulled your friend Neuer from the tunnels. He's been screaming for hours before he was located. Tied to the stretcher, he was still trying to scream, but all that came out was a horrible rasp. All of the engineers have seen things down there, myself included. We should talk, you and I, about what is to be done. Let me know when. Ozane.
To anyone left, the code is
0832.
I hope that you can hear me. I hope that you can forgive me. The arsenal code is 083.
Don't want to drop anything now, so we'll come back for this fuel later.
2. The arsenal is locked. You need this code. 0832.
Okay, left. "14th of May, 1916. I have spoken to no one of what written in those texts. I swear it, but now LaRue comes out the tunnels claiming to have seen things described in them. My rational mind cannot accept that this might be coincidence, nor can it accept the alternative. I have to tell the others what's written in these texts, tell them, warn them." 18th of May, 1916. They've punished LaRue for speaking about what he saw, and now Renard has sent for me. I'm sorry I'm to be punished as well. We're stuck between the Germans in front of us, High Command behind us, and some other horrible force that seems to lurk in shadows all around us. I fear we are now truly beyond God's reach. 20th of May 1916. I've been locked in Delphi's cells for the past 2 nights. Reynard's punishment for me speaking about the texts. Nightmare after nightmare there, dreams of darkness, seductive darkness, voices there, welcoming me. I returned to my bunk and was met with the men, all of whom now have tales to tell. Nikolai, Faber, Hulberg, on and on. They're all hearing things, dreaming things. Nights are now spent in the grip of a fear that crawls up the spine and digs its claws behind the eyes, piercing mind and soul. But after what happened to LaRue and me, none dare speak to the officers, not even to Joubert. And worse, raids are beginning again. I'm going tomorrow night. 16th of May 1916. Back from the raid, can't sleep, cells falling, the soles of my boots are worn thin, my feet bloody and blistered. Lost too many out there, I feel trapped. 25th of May 1916. Last night the entire barracks was awakened by the sounds from the tunnel. Nightly they grow louder. When I slept, I dreamt of other worlds, of pain wrapped in ecstasy. This morning we're all ghosts. Things cannot continue this way. I will enter the tunnels and see if I can find some way to end this, end for all our sakes. So I think Neuer became the monster, possibly. Unless it came from that place they're talking about. If only I had an inventory upgrade, that'd be useful round about now. Still, we need to head back. For the moment, I think we are done here. If there is an inventory upgrade around here, I've got no idea where it is. Ah, more fuel, good. We'll be back this way then. Yes, well, looks like that turns everything off, pretty much. Before I open the locker here, I'm going to need to put some stuff in the item chest. So I wonder if there's... I assume there's probably going to be an achievement for completing the game without ever turning the generator on. It's going to be hard as hell though, I assume. So yeah, so next we're just going to head to the arsenal. Leave that in there. I can spend 2 fuel in the generator and to go back and get those other 2 canisters. Or we just go with what we got left. I'm thinking it's probably better just to keep it topped up from now on. But we do want to try and, I think, get a stockpile if possible. I'll use another one. And the last one we've got we'll put in the chest. We could always go without that, but it'd be very risky. We also haven't found... I don't think I've found any like logs or anything yet we can use to make a torch. Unless it's just I'm not looking at the right area. Then we'll go get whatever's in that locker. So we've got the arsenal code, so 4458 for this. And yeah, we've got the gas mask. Takes up an inventory space. We're also running out of room here. So we've got an empty cloth with bottle. Because we saw a lot more empty bottles down in that area, so we could use those. We might not even need all these healing items. Because as far as I know, there is a glitch in the game where anything you leave in the floor in this room, it will just stay in here. Meaning you effectively got an infinite item box. But that would be cheating. I want to try and play the game legit first. So before we'll head to Arsenal, we'll head back into the crew quarters area just so we can get those 2 other fuel cans. Then we'll bring them back here. Because what I might also do, just as an... well, because the fuel we burn getting there to bring them back, we could just... we might just be not really... well, the problem I'm thinking of is that if we use the fuel now to get those 2 fuel cans back here, we might just use up the same amount of fuel we would get from those cans. So it might just not be worth it. It might just waste it for no reason. So I've saved. So what I might do is why don't we just wing it? Okay, we've got him. At least we've got an emergency light here. I can hear something rattling. I don't know if that's just the sound of the monster walking around. If it is out, I don't think it's heading towards us. 'Cause I can't hear it. But we aren't close to it either. So it might still be out there. I could have tried bringing the gas grenade and gas mask for this. But if we can get back, we've got 2 more fuel without using a generator, so we're going to have even more. Oh god. So it's out there. So there's vents on the ceiling it's going through as well. I've got no idea what we're going to find in Arsenal. So it could be worth taking a flare with us in case we need to like burn something. So I could add one of these cans to this bottle. Which might do actually. Shatters and burns on impact. Okay, so it sounds like we don't need a lighter for it then. So we could take this just in case we do need something to go boom. Like if we encounter a monster, because bullets are probably going to use too much I don't know how many bullets it takes to chase it off. We've got some more notes. We've got one from Neuer again. 30th April 1916. Finally got some answers from the engineering team. Command believes that there are old Roman tunnels adjacent to our position. They're opening them this evening. Command hopes to use them to launch a surprise attack, as if any attack at this point would be termed surprise. This is a war. We are always expecting an attack. Curious to see these tunnels though. A little dash of antiquity would liven up the place. It would certainly help my mind off the daily grind of the war. Sorry. 19th of May 1916. The officers presented me today with a rather unexpected and strange gift. Agent text from inside the Roman tunnels. Seems they got word of my interests. I took them of course, but the truth is these texts are far too fragile, too valuable to survive life in this horrid place. They require more delicate hands, more learned minds than mine. Still, curiosity reigns. 11th of May 1916. This morning Ackerman died of his wounds. I've only known him a time, but considered him one of my better friends here. I hope heaven welcomes him. To distract myself, I've been going over the text and have had quite the shock. These texts are not Roman in origin. The language is Latin, or Latinate at least, but what they're writing about has no relation to what I know of Roman culture from any era. The text seemed to be of a religious or at least superstitious nature. A phrase is repeated, to cross into the darkness beyond, and then something about sight. 11th of May 1916. Haven't slept, need to get this down. The texts are of a religious nature. Whoever these ancient people were, they believed that they had found a means to immortality. And to achieve this goal, they needed access to what they thought was some other world, one dominated by darkness and ruled by, I don't know. They use words I can't translate, ruled by some thing. They claim that the dark overworld was full of spirits, monsters, and that the air there was endlessly alive with cries of torment and sickly rattle of souls near death. This is what they were using the tunnels for. For them it was a doorway into some pagan hell. The texts are full of wild stories of blood orgies, of sadistic spirits, of the awful things these men and women would do to each other in worship of darkness. They speak at length of some substance that is meant to grant the worthy some kind of immortality in darkness. I'm on patrol tonight, need to sleep before then, but then I'm back at this. Toussaint's Journal. 16th of May 1916. Neuer has been telling us of the tunnel text describing what these tunnels were used for. But I didn't need him to tell me. I've seen it. I was in there in the dark. I dream a bit every night now. Dreams are so real that when I wake the day itself feels like the dream. I'm at a ritual. It begins with the drinking of a liquid, sweet and thick, like mucus or honey. I think I've seen this one already. Yeah, I've read that one already. Nikolai's unsent letter. Dearest, thank you for the package. I'm saving the chocolate for a special occasion and keeping the photo close to my heart. It's been weeks now since I've been called for any combat action, but a new kind of fear is spreading inside the bunker. Last night I woke with a chill. A strange sound was emanating from deeper in the bunker, a kind of moan, a cry, perhaps a howl. I went to investigate and found myself standing at the entryway to the Roman tunnels. The sounds came from inside. I dared not shine a light inside for fear of what I might see. And then a scrambling thudding came raping towards me from the darkness. A shape loomed out of the shadows. I reached for my sidearm ready to fire. It was Toussaint. He'd been awake as well, but unlike me, he dared to enter the tunnels. He says he saw something there. As we stood at the wall, listening, the howling grew distant, receded to where I dare not guess. Perhaps our minds are gone, or perhaps there is something down there. Toussaint will not tell me what he saw. Please write to me again soon. Love to you, Johannes. One moment, there's a noise outside. Okay, so we've got more fuel. unfortunately you can't arrange the storage box, you have to take everything out and put it back in again. So our plan is going to be to get inside of the arsenal. And I think I've just got enough time to do it, or at least start to explore the area. So arsenal is probably the same size, but it takes probably a bit longer to get in and out. So I'm going to take another canister out. And then I think we'll take this. Don't think I'll take the gas mask yet, or the gas grenade. The flare and the meat could be useful just in case we find rats, but because we don't know what's down there yet, I don't want to take too much stuff. So we're going to save before we start the generator going, just so that way we haven't wasted any fuel yet. Nope, turn on. So, for some reason the watch is updating itself now, which is a bit weird. We still don't need to keep this back door open, so we can keep it locked for now. Don't think there's a switch down there, but we should keep that on anyway. Because we might be able to hide behind these crates here in case the monster comes for us. Also, it looks like it's loading a big area. Got another flare. Okay, there's a map in there. Oh! Shit! Can't get into here. Wait, we can. We got the code. 0832. Uh-oh. Oh, that's what we need. None of these barrels are explosives. Okay, so I'm going to drag a barrel over if I can. Try and clog up that hole. Okay. Oh god, it does require a lighter. Okay, we've saved at least, it's fine. Okay, we can just reload from the save. Oh, I didn't notice there's a trap there, but yeah, I think we need a gas grenade and a gas mask to get those rats out of the way. Oh god, it's a gas trap as well. Oh, hello. Hello. That's our first death. I thought it was... I didn't realise it was a gas trap. Okay. That could help us as well. Because I don't know how... If that gas might reach the rats, we might not have to use the grenade. But we want to find a brick or something in that area and just break that door open. Because it wasn't explosive, but we might actually want to keep that. And it takes a long time to carry a brick down there. Far too long. I've got about 8 minutes, I think, before I want to be ending the video. So it also appears the lighter isn't the same item as a flare, I don't think. Let me have a look. No, I think the lighter could be something separate. I don't know if I want to... I've got about 6 minutes in order to get back to the sorry. Got about 6 minutes to get back to Arsenal. And then... The only other thought is if without the lights on, I just see if I can get like a brick down there. Be bloody risky though. But screw it, we've saved. It doesn't matter if we die at this point here. So I think we'll just give it a go. fighting still going on. I don't know what that noise is outside. Gonna need to be quick here. There's a way for the monster out somewhere nearby. Christ, look at it. Of course, now that it's out, it might not go away. Oops. Oh, I didn't get a chance to shoot. I readied the gun, but... I don't know if it would, if the plan would work. If I was quick, like in out, maybe. Might give it another go just in case. Because if I can do it without using the fuel, it is going to help us out just a little bit. Let's go. So again, we'll charge the flashlight every so often. But we just need to get the map and then just hightail it back. It also door. Because barracks was locked behind the door. This area is locked behind the door as well. Because the other thing we could try here is hiding behind some of these crates possibly. And then maybe the monster walks past us. Then we just move to the other side of the box. And the monster would walk past us again. But it's risky. There's the hole. Okay, here we go. Thankfully that light down there is always on. Just lock these. Just because when this light does turn off, I think the monster can just come in here if the doors are unlocked. But at least now, we have the map. So the explosive storage, we know where that is. We know that's where our thing is. Okay, and that's where the tunnels are. They're in storage area. Oh, it's back there. Okay, I don't remember what we... Oh, it was the lock. So tunnels, at some point we do need to... Oh yeah, because that's where the other explosive part is. The handle, I think, is in tunnels. Okay, that's my alarm going off, so I've got 10 minutes left before the recording cuts out. This is where we died before, storage area A and B. So you need to get through there to get to the explosive, but I have a feeling that door might be locked. There's a supply closet in there as well. So we could always try dragging that explosive barrel we saw around storage to this locked area where the explosive is. And then... Do we definitely need... We could just use a gas trap to kill the rats, but it might not reach them. It depends how wide of an area it is. If it does, then that's fine. We just use the gas mask. We trigger the trap, go through. Because I think regardless if we used a grenade or the trap, it would summon the monster. But in order to reach the trap, we have to alert the rats, and that might just give us away to the monster, because that's what he did last time. But only because it was really close. So we've been in Clerk's office, that's where we've got the map. I don't think we've actually tried yet to go to the storage area where the tunnels is. That door could be locked as well. Supply closet, that could be locked or it could just be open. I think some of these doors down there, I think some of those were locked, like Reynard's and Fernier's room. So we could just use a brick for those. We've been into wine cellar. The only area we haven't been in yet is maintenance and the prison. So we might go in there after, perhaps. Because it might be there is something in prison and maintenance we are going to need. Like, for instance, bolt cutters. We haven't found those yet. So for all we know, there could be a bolt... There could be some bolts... Not bolts, a chain on the explosive storage, in which case we want to try and get the bolt cutters. Also, prison is closer to where we are now, and it is much smaller. So maybe we'll go to prison in the next episode just to explore that area. Maintenance is, I think, the furthest one away, so we'll leave that, I think, for last, possibly. Just so we've made sure we've saved. And then I'm going to end the episode here. And the next episode, I think we'll head to prison next, just to see what's in there. Just because it is really close. And then we might try the arsenal again, or just maintenance, and just try and get to those areas first, see if there's anything in there. Then save this bit for last, where the objective is. Just go off the beaten path for a little bit. But that will have to wait. I will see everyone for the next episode. Until then, bye.